The challenge of anticipating the implications of global trends like climate change, urbanization, and migration is an increasingly difficult task in a world more connected and more complex than ever. How can today's and tomorrow's leaders anticipate and adjust to global trends? The Henry M. Jackson Foundation and the Wilson Center's Global Sustainability and Resilience Program convened a panel of experts to address that challenging question. That's the focus of this edition of Rewind.
The Jackson Foundation was formed immediately after his untimely death to continue his legacy on issues like national security, energy policy, human rights, bipartisanship, and public service. So the foundation is very, very pleased to be here with you today, partnering with the Wilson Center to discuss this very timely topic. I'm hoping we'll just identify the problem and figure out the solution. We can all go back this afternoon and know exactly what we're going to do to address this incredible accelerating change in the world. You hear about accelerating change and the global impacts of that, and it's technology, it's energy policy, it is food policy, it is national, international security.
Could you talk just a little bit more about what have we learned from ways that we're engaging the private sector and where you see the greatest opportunities there?
Many players in the private sector have a big stake, positive stake, in terms of effective disaster relief and building back better in areas where they have investments, where they have employees, and where their own value chain is affected.
Climate has been stuck in what I call the environmental ghetto. It has not been approached as the threat multiplier that it really is. It's consigned to an environmental stovepipe. Climate change is the 800-pound gorilla in the corner of the room these days. The last thing I wanted to do today was to reinforce the idea that thinking about climate change is merely an environmental matter. Climate change will continue to make every other issue more difficult. Disease, food security, poverty, conflict, and our own security and safety.
Women and children are particularly impacted by climate change, and it undermines their human rights. Women and children are more likely to suffer death or injury during extreme weather events and to experience disruptions of their social networks, family lives, and education in the aftermath of disasters. Climate change-related events and stress have also been linked to other indirect harms on women and children, including increases in domestic violence, early marriage, sex trafficking, and child labor. The quote-unquote climate refugees that we hear about all the time, it's probably one of the most profound human rights impacts of climate change, and one for which there is currently no solution.
When you look at your presentation and the set of issues that you're looking at, why is it important for us to look at what's happening with small island developing states, climate change and displacement? And is it really that hopeless?
The first thing, obviously, we have to address the challenge. Complicating that, of course, is the fact that many of these islands have compounding problems, overpopulation, poor water management, etc. So it's not just the risk of sea level rise and storm surge, they're seeing compounding risks. So there needs to be, again, a much more sort of complex approach on how to respond to those challenges.
So I think a really good overall discussion on the complexity of these issues. And it reminds me of a comment from a colleague of mine. We were meeting in Ethiopia, and she said, you know what? We need less simplifiers and we need more complexifiers. So we've had a panel of complexifiers here today.
That's for sure.
To view the entire panel on global trends, visit wilsoncenter.org and use the Programs tab to find more information from the Global Sustainability and Resilience Program.